If you're anything like me, you've been practicing your Emmy speech for years. Tonight, a few lucky college students get to put all that early preparation to use. I'm Tiffany Taylor for MTVU here on the red carpet at the Television Academy Foundation's 36th Annual College Television Awards. Every year, hundreds of entries are submitted in categories such as animation, drama, comedy, documentary, and more. It's one of the biggest nights for student producers and filmmakers.
We're in show business!
I think it's so exciting to come and see the new generation of film and television makers and meet the people who are going to be creating the content that we watch over the next years.
It's just so important to help encourage the next leaders.
The expression on the winners' faces, it's genuine, brand new, Christmas all over again. That's just a present day, wonderful experience.
There needs to be more awards given to people, because how else will people know they're worth it?
This is a business where people tend to have a lot of experience before they get awards, and it's nice to encourage people just as they're getting started so that they can make it to that point.
How excited are you to be here tonight?
Being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. So never give up, never lose the sensitivity that makes you a creative artist.
If you want to be a writer, write. Write jokes on Twitter, write scripts. If you want to be a producer or director, produce and direct.
Of all the crazy events and amazing events that happen in this town, this is one of my favorites. You guys are the future of television.
I'm from Mars, and it's barren and desolate out there, and I was getting kind of lonely, and I just thought, I'll start a new life here.
Okay.
I want to tell you my real, deepest, darkest secret, but I only want you two to know.
And the winner is... And our first place winner is...
Our first place winner is...
Melissa Hoppy for Stealth, American Film Institute.
Shin Yin Hiu, Miss Mustard Glade, University of Southern California.
Nate Fenwick Smith, The Collection, University of North Carolina.
Henry Hughes, One Day, American Film Institute.
Wow, this is an honor. Thank you very much to the Television Academy Foundation.
This is a symbol of the film and television industry finally starting to recognize the disabled and what they must overcome.
I want to thank those who love and those who trust me.
And thank you to the University of Connecticut Puppet Arts Program. Yes, it is a degree.
You spend 4 years pouring your heart and soul into your work, and for one night to be recognized, can't even put into words how important that is.
Having this kind of encouragement just makes me want to work even harder, which is really great.
Being recognized by the Television Academy Foundation is a huge step for the next great filmmakers. To find out how you can enter next year's competition and to watch all of this year's award-winning films, head over to collegetelevisionawards.mtvu.com. Reporting for MTVU in Los Angeles, I'm Tiffany Taylor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of the Television Academy Foundation, Mr. Bob Cook.
Hello. Hello, hello.
That's good. All right. That's what I like to hear. This is the 37th College Television Awards, and we're thrilled to be hosting all of you this evening, especially our students, faculty, and families from colleges and universities across the country. To think that this award show started back in 1978 with only 6 awards, and tonight we are recognizing over 70 student producers in 16 different categories. It's such a wonderful testament to the growth of the program and the quality of the content students are producing. Absolutely. As I watched this year's nominated pieces, I was awestruck by the incredible storytelling and creativity. And I'm proud to be part of an organization at the forefront of the industry in both recognizing and nurturing emerging talent. The foundation is uniquely positioned at the intersection of education and recognition. And through our programs, such as the internship program, the faculty seminar, and Archives of American Television, not only are we invested in the future, but we're embracing and preserving the past. But tonight is about celebrating you and all your talent and the accomplishments that you've created at this point. We're confident that you, like your predecessors, will reach great heights of success and one day will soon be walking across the stage to collect one of those bad boys. Tonight's gala would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors, so please join me in recognizing some of those generous folks. People Magazine, there's a group, so maybe you'll let me get through and then we'll applaud at the end. I'll go fast. Samsung Global, Innovation Center, HBO, the Princeton Review, Film LA, RSM US, the Laureen Arbus Foundation, Ernst & Young, Chromecast, Freeform, Teaks by Gravielli, United Airlines, and our media partners for the competition, MTVU. And also a special thank you for all of our marvelous celebrities and presenters tonight. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce the Executive Director of the Television Academy Foundation, the gal that made all this possible, Norma Provencio-Pichardo. Norma?
Good evening. As Bob mentioned, we're so excited to be recognizing the talent that is in the room tonight. Every year I come to the event and I'm inspired by the stories, the students, the faculty, and even the parents and the families that I meet. This event is my favorite of the year for so many reasons, but most importantly because it's really a chance to connect and to hear from all of you that I'm most grateful for. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for sharing your stories with us. Much like the Emmys, the College Television Award submissions were judged by the members of the Television Academy. With over 300 judges, student work has been seen by a wide-ranging group of experts actively involved in some of the best television that is produced today. The result of this judging is what we are going to see tonight. All of you are now part of the Television Academy Foundation family. As you experienced yesterday at the Nominee Summit and the Alumni Mixer, the foundation is invested in nurturing not only your talent, but your career as well. By connecting you with fellow alumni and leaders in the industry. We want to help you to develop the skills and then give you the access to succeed in this industry. Through our alumni network, you will continue to have access to networking events, mentorship, and professional development opportunities year-round. This is our way of paying it forward. And we hope that when you become members of the Television Academy, you will help the next generation of aspiring television professionals coming up behind you. So congratulations to all of you. I have but one thing left to do up here, and that is to ask you, how excited are you? That was impressive. But last year's class had the silverware chiming off the table. Okay, so I'm going to ask you one more time. How excited are you? That's great. And with that, enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 37th Annual College Television Awards. This year's nominees are from the following schools: City University of New York Graduate School of Journalism, American Film Institute, Arizona State University, University of Florida, Northwestern University, Elon University, Florida State University, Ithaca College, Georgetown University, Ringling College of Art and Design, Lindenwood University, University of Miami, University of California, Los Angeles, Chapman University, University of Southern California, Regent University, Pennsylvania State University, University of Oregon, Savannah College of Art and Design, Boston University, Utah Valley University, University of Tulsa, University of Central Florida, Washington Adventist University, School of Visual Arts, New York University, Brigham Young University. To present the first award, here is three-time Emmy Award winner, actress Jane Lynch.
Hello, young people. Tonight we celebrate you. You are the future of our great industry, and already I feel your hot breath on the back of my neck. You know, as I look out there and I see your eager, optimistic young faces staring at me, standing up here, awaiting my wisdom, I'm struck with what it must feel like to give a commencement address. And as luck would have it, I gave one just last week at Columbia College in my hometown of Chicago. Yes, Chicago. Thank you. So allow me to rip off my own speech, saving me the trouble of writing one especially for you. Now, here's a recap of what I told the graduating students at Columbia College in Chicago. Don't set goals. No goals plus nothing to achieve equals peace. Okay? Don't believe in anything. You'll just have to dismantle belief systems once you begin to see them for what they are. They're soul killers and comedy crushers. Don't give back. Take what you get and don't feel bad about it. If you do what makes you so happy you want to scream, you will be teeming with such generosity of spirit and beneficence that you won't be able to stop yourself from giving. Don't blame your parents anymore, you big baby. Don't let people tell you what you should or shouldn't do, including me. Do operate from the depth of your heart and your creative genius always. So damn wide open to the vulnerable and the absurd that you can't help but laugh stupid and cry ugly and be a beacon of light for anyone lucky enough to be in your presence. And then I wrapped it up with this. You know how one candle can light another candle without diminishing its own flame? You be that candle. Or, you know when you're smoking a doob and you can light another doob without diminishing the light of your own doob? You be that doob. All right. Well, I am so thrilled to be presenting the first award of the night for comedy, and here are the nominees.
The nominees for comedy are I Want to Beat Up Clark Peters, Jerome Compton, Laura Falcone, Joseph Picozzi, University of Miami.
You're like not like exclusive or anything.
Oh. We're not exclusive.
I'm getting alarming unconfirmed reports on campus that Allison has been seen with some guy.
I'm going to beat up Clark Peters.
A Pointless Pencil, Eric Camacho, Beecher Renning, Regent University.
Now, imagine something, trying to make it not boring.
Okay, think.
Speak!
Orange vests in a field, grass, explosions.
Terrence, Justin Garcia, Raquel M. Sangalang, Regent University.
Well, that was extremely unconventional, but a lot of fun.
Those were all three wonderful. All right, our winner, but there are no winners. That would mean that there are people losing and nobody, but this is who we're deciding is best for right now, this moment in time. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Garcia, Raquel M. Sangalang for, it doesn't say, what was that? Terrence. All right, Terrence. Take your time, guys.
Wow. First of all, we just want to say a huge thank you to the foundation for this incredible opportunity. This has been an amazing experience and a very humbling honor. So thank you very much. Also to our cast and crew back home in Virginia, you guys are amazing. Gabrielle, Josue, Jeanette, Josue's in Israel right now, watching at 6 a.m. Thank you guys so much to all of our cast and crew, family included. Cal?
Thank you very much, and thank you to the Television Academy Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Please welcome a two-time Emmy nominee and a member of the Television Academy's Board of Governors, actor, producer, and director, Fred Savage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to the TV Academy Foundation for inviting me here. And thank you for letting them invite me here. It's an incredible thrill to be part of something that recognizes and supports the next generation of creative talent that's going to keep this industry alive and vibrant. And it's my distinct pleasure to be here to help in that support. You guys are just an incredible inspiration to me, and you're killing it, and you're making it happen for yourselves, and it's that spirit that's going to carry you through whatever you do. Maybe it's making television. but maybe it's not. But this spirit and this creativity that you guys have is just incredibly inspiring. So I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm particularly thrilled to be presenting the Children's Programming Award. Not only because I began my own career as a young performer, but I also began my directing career in children's programming when, at 23 years old, just your age, exactly your age, I saw a show on television that really made me laugh and that I liked and that kind of inspired me. And I wrote down the name of the production company and I called them and I'm like, can I come be a director on your show? And they're like, how'd you get our number? And no. And so, but they didn't hang up, so I was encouraged. But I went in and I made a meeting for myself. I knew I had agents for this, but I don't know, I just did it on my own. And I convinced them that it was real what I wanted to do, and I hung out there for weeks. They didn't really invite me. I just made myself at home there. And finally, they're like, okay, I guess, we gotta get rid of you. You have to leave. The only way you're gonna do this is if we give you an episode. I'm like, yeah, okay, great. And so that show was Even Stevens for the Disney Channel. The best, right? And that just kicked off. I spent years in children's programming, and it was a golden age. I mean, it was, as you guys know, it was Shia LaBeouf on Even Stevens, and I got to work with Emma Roberts on Unfabulous, and I worked with Miley Cyrus on Hannah Montana, and I worked with Josh Peck and Drake Bell on Drake and Josh, and I mean, all these shows that I'm sure you guys watched. And that's really where I began my career. And I realized as I was making these shows what a gift it was to create content for and share stories with an audience upon whom media makes its most distinct impact. For you guys, I think it was those shows. For me, it was The Great Space Coaster and Fraggle Rock and Degrassi Junior High, the original, okay? Not the one with Drake, okay? Not the one with Drake, the original, all right? Saved by the Bell. I mean, these, right? The original, not college years or any of that, okay? Saved by the Bell, okay? Or was it Good Morning Miss Bliss was what it really was at the beginning. But those shows, for better or worse, they shape you. And they take a time that's very difficult in our lives, adolescence. And it allows us to look at our experiences and laugh at them and cry with them and share and learn how to share those experiences with friends around us, and allows us to learn from them. And to make that kind of content is a tremendous responsibility. But when done right, there's nothing more satisfying or rewarding, because you know that content is going to leave a lasting impression on your audience. They're going to carry that with them forever. So I feel very lucky to be a part of that world. And I feel very proud to know that I kind of built my career on those foundations. In this category this year, the nominees really understand how important it is to speak to a young audience in children's programming. And they deal with some pretty serious issues this year that kids face in their lives. The nominees' work deal with divorce, death, challenges to one's beliefs. And the nominated filmmakers have made shows that help young children cope with these very grown-up issues. So here are this year's nominees.
The nominees for Children's Program are Cold Winter's Night, Jeffrey Englert, Colin Leviola, Chapman University.
Clara? Rebecca? Claire's gone.
What?
I'm gonna check the road.
Well, I'm coming with you.
No. Stay inside.
Isa and the Frog Prince, Erica Chan, Florida State University.
All of a sudden, a bright light flashed from within the lake. And when the girl opened her eyes, she saw, standing before her, not a frog, but a young prince.
Operation Divorce, Annie Chapin, Andrew Evers, and Sky Stone, Chapman University.
What's a divorce?
I know what it is. It's something bad that parents buy because they're mad about something. Look, if we can steal it when it gets here, then we can get rid of it and save Tommy.
congratulations to all the nominees and to everyone here. You guys are all just fantastic. Please hire me when you can. So this year's award goes to Erica Chan.
I'd just like to say thank you to the College Television Foundation for this honor, Florida State University staff and faculty for their support, the cast and crew of Issa and Frog Prince for all of their hard work, and most importantly, I'd like to thank my director, Yingxiang Huang, for bringing all of us together and bringing the life of Issa and reminding us that fairy tales, dreams, and hopes are more than just a story. Thank you.
She is the award-winning writer and star of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Here's Rachel Bloom.
Hello. Where are my NYUers at? NYUers in the house? There we go. Where's everyone else at? Yeah. I don't play favorites. You're in college. It's great. Guys, it's so wonderful to be here presenting the award for music composition. Like all of the honored students here tonight, I pursued the arts in college. I was a theater major, and I was the director of my school's sketch comedy group. It's where I developed my voice as an artist. And the thing I loved most about pursuing the arts in college was that it gave me a safe space in which to both experiment and fail. Because when you get into the professional world, you fail a little more publicly. But tonight we're honoring successes, which is great, and we are also honoring success at a professional level. And I'm so excited to be presenting the award for music composition because as the co-creator of a musical television show, I know how important music is to storytelling and understanding characters. So, thank you.
The winner of the Music Composition Award is Papa, Jordan Kamalu, Brigham Young University.
So you already know who it is, but I'm going to open the envelope anyway, just to look official. I am so thrilled. Suspense. I'm so thrilled to present the College Television Award for Music Composition to Jordan Kamalu for Papa.
Have notes. Up here on the stage with me, I just wanted to recognize a few people. We have Ron Saltmarsh, who lost all his sleep the night before the recording session with the Philharmonic. Corbin Sterling and Parker Robinson, who helped to do a lot of the sound and mixing with the music. And also Dr. Corey Katsianis, who was the conductor of the Philharmonic. And I just wanted to give a quick hand for them for all of their help. And then a couple more things. I want to thank the foundation for giving the opportunity for students to have their good work recognized and honored, and that's a great opportunity for all of us. And also my parents and parents-in-law who are here to support us, so thank you all. And my wife.
She stars as the First Lady in the TV hit series Scandal. Please welcome Critics' Choice Award winner and Yale graduate, Bellamy Young.
You look so good. I loved being a
at Yale, I have to say that. While I was there, hey, yes, what? Yale love? Come on. While I was there, it felt like if you could dream it, there was someone there that could help make you do it. College was just magical for me, and I hope it is being so for you as well. Seeing so much of your accomplished work tonight, it sort of seems like it is. I'm presenting the College Television Magazine Award, which is for complete shows not exceeding 60 minutes. Magazine shows are great to work on if you like tackling almost any topic in the world. As our 3 nominees prove, nothing is off limits to magazine shows. The stories they cover range from heroin addiction to Hong Kong, from breast cancer to the Black Lives Matter movement, from American Muslims to American graffiti. Here they are.
The nominees for Magazine are 219 West, Naisha Rose, Marguerite Bessier, City University of New York, Graduate School of Journalism.
The stories that interest us are as diverse as our city. Today we have 5 stories, one from each of the 5 boroughs.
You ready to join them?
Don't shoot, hands up! 30 Minutes Elon, Season 5, Episode 1. Ryan Kathleen Green, Elon University.
They see violence, they see gang. They need to see who they are.
Children in Burlington, North Carolina face crime, poverty, and hunger every day. But one man is working to turn his hometown around, one game at a time.
Centre County Report in Hong Kong. Marilena Balouris, Amy Simpson, and Megan Swikowski, Pennsylvania State University.
We boarded our flight that took us up the eastern seaboard, over the North Pole, and finally into Hong Kong. After 17 hours, we landed at Hong Kong International Airport. Now, after a good night's rest at Hong Kong Baptist University's International House, our home for the week, all of us got right down to business.
And the first place winner of the College Television Magazine Award is Ryan Kathleen Green.
This is very cool. I'm quickly learning why they told us to write a speech because I wrote it on my hand. And I got very nervous and I sweated it right off, which I don't know why I'm telling you guys, but whatever. So let's try this. So first of all, thank you so much to the Television Academy Foundation. Hold on, guys, come on. Thank you so much to Elon University, the School of Communications, our wonderful professor and advisor, Rich Landsberg, our team. This is just a portion of them. Everybody that we interviewed, everybody that let us tell their story. 60 minutes for ripping our stories apart and letting us put them back together, specifically Michael Radotsky, our parents, because they're letting us, chase this crazy career. And I'm pretty sure that might be it. So thanks, guys.
She's been nominated for an Emmy 5 years in a row for So You Think You Can Dance. Please welcome Kat Deely.
That was a disaster waiting to happen. Too many stairs there for me. Hello there. Good evening. Is everybody having a good time this evening? Good stuff. Because I am really, really excited to be back here. It's all about celebrating hard work and talent. And of course, most importantly, the best of the best. That is you guys. Congratulations, guys. Well done. But I have to be honest, I'm not here purely out of the goodness of my heart. No, I'm being serious. I'm hoping that maybe when one of you, when you're a high-powered, Porsche-driving, private jet-flying super exec, well, maybe you might just take pity on me when I've fallen on tough times and I'm a slightly batty old lady with squiffy lipstick and I'm wearing a turban and drinking Caprinos at lunch. It might happen in probably 5 years. I'm just saying. So when I need a job most, you will be the guys in charge. So I'm just hedging my bets. And that is my 30-second commercial for future jobs. Moving swiftly on to yours. It's challenging to create a world, tell a compelling story, and make you want the product or service the ad is about. Let's take a look at this evening's 3 nominees for TV commercial.
The nominees for commercial are Bacardi, the original mojito, Ahad Mahmood, Graham Rodvogel, New York University. Carpentry in Motion, Herzog, New York University. Tide to Go commercial, Albert Danza, Tice Haskins, and Crosby Ignatia, Savannah College of Art and Design.
Within the first 10 minutes, I think. Okay, and our first place winner of the College Television Award for commercial is Ahad Mahmood and Graham Rodvogel. Hello.
Thanks so much to everybody, to the College Television Academy Foundation. I guess my mentors, Mike Carmine, John Weinstein, the rest of the team, Graham, Jared, Luca, Jeremy, everyone else who worked on it, my parents, and the Limes who did things what I told them. So, yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Cool.
And a special shout out to my partner, my beautiful partner, Sandra, who's here tonight.
Please welcome a true trailblazer in entertainment and the first woman ever to head programming for a national network in America, Lorraine Arbus.
Good evening. It's such a pleasure to be back here again. Historically, people with disabilities have been invisible in the media, in spite of the fact that they represent over 20% of the population. My parents, Leonard and Isabel Goldenson, were far ahead of their time in their sensitivity to this marginalized group, partially due to having a daughter, my older sister, who was born with cerebral palsy and many other disabilities. Although my mother never worked professionally, she was a great innovator. She created the concept of the telethon, which for the first time brought people with disabilities into the lives of American families, the power of television. 15 years before the Americans with Disabilities Act, she came up with the ideas of wheelchair-accessible sidewalks, public lavatories, buses, and telephones, as well as for handicapped-only parking spaces. She made sure these ideas became federally mandated in our U.S. Constitution under Proposition 502. My dad, thank you. My dad, Leonard H. Goldenson, also was a visionary. He realized the power of television to address the issues of disability for this taboo subject matter. As founder chairman of ABC, he was responsible for breaking down endless barriers to diversity and representation. Together, my parents were an even more powerful force. They co-founded United Cerebral Palsy, which today is the 5th largest health agency in the U.S. and provides rehabilitation, education, job pairing, and housing for adults and children with all manner of disabilities throughout our country. It is my privilege to recognize my parents, Isabel and Leonard Goldenson, and to carry on their legacy. As a person dedicated to diversity and inclusiveness, it has been my great pleasure to annually underwrite the Lorene Arbus Focus on Disability Scholarship. Sorry, slow page turn. And now it is my honor to introduce from the two-time Emmy-winning TV series, Breaking Bad, R.J. Mitte. Isn't he wonderful?
Hello, good evening. It's my pleasure to be here today, and God, I forgot my glasses. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Hello, yeah. So I'm just gonna jump it off to what they originally said for me to say. I grew up with a disability. At age 3, I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, which through this, I dealt with braces and casting through most of my life, actually. But over time, I was able to get physical therapy, occupational therapy, and with sports and exercise, I was able to overcome all these things. And today, I have a very mild case of cerebral palsy. I've condensed it down to my motor skills and hand-eye coordination. I mean, who really needs those two things in life? Hollywood doesn't really always represent disabled actors. It always doesn't represent the truth behind their stories. I've been able to work in this industry and use my gift to help enlighten and be able to be a part of amazing groups like UCP. I started off with smaller roles, mostly doing extra work, which was beyond my belief that I was even on actually a real set. And over time, I started auditioning more and more and more until I met this amazing group of casting and team called Breaking Bad. Vince Gill, yeah. Yeah. It was definitely something, all right. But through this opportunity, Vince Gilligan created this story, and through quite a few different events, and during his time in college, he met this man who happened to have CP, which my character is actually based on. It was his way of paying homage to his lost comrade. And it's amazing to see the effect of when we are touched by someone with any kind of disability on every spectrum. It affects us. It affects who we are. And being in this industry, we create things that define and show the truth in all of us. It is my pleasure to be able to present the Lorene Arbus Foundation Focus on Disability Award, Scholarship. So without further ado, let's take a look at the winner.
The Lorene Arbus Foundation Focus on Disability Scholarship goes to Guide, Missy Hauser, Skylar Stearns, Chapman University.
Julie, she is dying.
Oh my God.
They want me to put her down, but I can't bring myself to do it.
Who has anyone in this room have had a pet that's a long-lasting relationship in our lives? And to lose your pet, it's always heartbreaking. But it's even more devastating when that animal and that partner is your eyes. For putting focus and creating art, For the sight impaired, it is my pleasure to be presenting the lead My publicist is killing me right now. I know she is. The Lorene Arbus Foundation Focus on Disability College Television Award to, yes, Missy Hauser and Skylar Stearns.
Hi guys, wow, such an honor to be introduced by RJ. Thank you so much. Breaking Bad's one of my favorite shows. Yeah. I feel so grateful to have come from such a wonderful university. Chapman feels like such a home. My co-producer Skylar and director Jackson were able to join, and really, really thankful to them and on the College Television Award for giving us a platform to talk about disability and open up the conversation and talk about blindness in particular, which is what our film focuses on. So thank you.
We made this short film to help raise awareness in hopes of actually doing something about it. The Academy did us the honor of meeting us halfway, and now it's our time to step up and finish what we started. In addition to shedding light on the hardships that many face every day, we're here to pay it forward. With this scholarship together, we've decided to donate a major portion of our proceeds to the organization that encouraged us and inspired us to create this film, the Guide Dogs of America. We hope that with this small act, we can help them continue to do big things and hopefully inspire others to do the same. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your night.
You know her from the TV series Dexter, George Lopez, Vegas, and Rush Hour. Please welcome Amy Garcia.
Education equals choices. That's what my parents always told me. They said, if you don't like being told what to do, well then get an education. And I would be like, but guys, I want to be an actor. They did not care. My mom, she's Mexican and has a really thick accent. She was like, okay, just actor, but you are going to college. So I did. I went to Northwestern University and graduated with degrees in economics, journalism, and French. Thank you. And my parents were right. Education has given me choices. I've gotten jobs in Hollywood just because I went to Northwestern, but my education also gave me confidence. When I first moved out to Los Angeles after working in finance in New York, I wrote a note to every single casting director. I was like, hey, Amy G's in town. If you're looking for a spunky Mexican, look no further, contact below. I literally did. I sent out probably 70 letters, and most of them probably ended up in the trash, but at least one of them was opened, because a week later, I got a call from the head of casting at Universal asking if I wanted to come in to audition for a Jennifer Aniston movie. And a week after that, I was on set with Jennifer Aniston. So my point is that education gave me the confidence to put myself out there. And I want to congratulate all of you for putting yourselves out there and making these films, because your education has given you the resources to tell these stories. And I actually watched all 3 of them. I'm presenting the documentary category tonight, and they are phenomenal. And I just want to say thank you. I love documentaries because when we watch them, we learn. And let's take a look at the nominees.
The nominees for documentary are Columbia's Ride of Death, Daniel Brown, Isabella Sabolch, Northwestern University.
Por eso nosotros, porque somos el 90% de la pobreza absoluta que existe en Colombia, que nos estamos muriendo en la puerta del hospital.
Filthy Dreamers, Christina League, Derek Lukes, University of Central Florida.
It almost caused teachers to lose their jobs because of what they taught.
It has been stated that I taught free love, advocated interracial marriage, and that I teach all forms of atheism.
Gardeners of the Forest, Jelan Kahoglu, Nicole Jordan Weber, Chapman University.
If nothing changes, if the trends remains the same in Laos, it's difficult to imagine that in 50 years' time there will remain a stable population of elephants in Laos.
And the first place winner of the College Television Award for Documentary is Christina League and Derek Lukes. Congratulations.
Wow, okay. Thank you to the Television Academy Foundation. This is incredible. Thank you to all the cast and crew, all the students who helped make this possible. Thank you to the UCF Burnett Honors College for this opportunity. And thank you to all of our friends and family. It's just amazing. Thank you all for your support. Thank you.
You know him from his work in the hit TV series Arrow and Teen Wolf. Please welcome Colton Haynes.
What's up, guys? How are you? Whew, I'm already sweating through my suit, so hopefully you don't get any pictures. So tonight, I'm here presenting the award for drama. It's said that drama is conflict. It can be conflict between nations, between people, or simply between the years. Our nominees tonight cover all of those bases. In Frontman, a successful rock star, Jody King, wrestles over a choice he must make that could have life-altering consequences for his career and/or his personal life. In Straw Dogs, it captures the devastating effects of the Armenian genocide in 1915 in Turkey, then known as the Ottoman Empire, through the eyes of one man and his family. And in Zoya, a man searches the Indian jungle for a tiger he's been rehabilitating and which has gone missing. So, here's a look.
The nominees for drama are Frontman, Alexandra Du, American Film Institute.
You're inflicting irreversible damage to your ears.
Well, yeah. Comes with the territory.
We need to operate now.
I go on a tour tomorrow.
Straw Dolls, John Milano, Christopher Norton, Chapman University.
I was under the impression that this was an Armenian village. I had no idea there were any Turkish families here.
No families. It's just me.
Zoya, Sahir Sati, University of California, Los Angeles.
She is a 3-year-old Bengal tiger built to survive.
राजीव, सोचो बाकी टाइगर्स का क्या?
बाकी टाइगर्स की किस्मत भी जोया से जुड़ी हुई है. If we find her, it means our rehabilitation methods were a success.
And the first place winner of the College Television Award for Drama is John Milano and Christopher Norton.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Croissant.
Guess I got notes. Wow. Hey, congratulations to everybody here, by the way. That's fantastic. First of all, thank you to the Television Academy Foundation. Thank you to Chapman University. All the mentors involved, Barbara Doyle, Andy Lane, Mike Kowalski, everybody who's made it out here as well. Our great team, Billy, our editor, our cinematographer, right here, Justin, who was also nominated for an ASC award. My beautiful family who supported me when I said I want to go to film school after law school, and you were like, what are you thinking? My beautiful girlfriend who supported me while I was trying to find a job, and she's like, be an attorney. I said, no, I'm going to do film. My boss at CAA, who lets me do what I love every single day. And we wanted to make this film for awareness that it was the 100-year anniversary of the Armenian genocide, and it's something that still touches families every single day. Our two young actresses, they were raised on hearing stories about their grandmother and their grandfather, and so it's something that touched all of them, and at the very least, we made awareness to something that is so serious, and people still deny it, and it happened. And so if you don't know about it, go out and look it up. And I've been extremely proud to work with all these gentlemen. John came to me with the project, and it's something he's very serious about, and he was the driving force behind everything.
Thank you, guys. I just want to say it's a true honor to be here. I never thought in the years that I've known this story that I'd be standing here accepting this honor. So thank you. And this isn't just for us, but it's for the 1.5 million lives lost in the first genocide of the 20th century. So thank you, and God bless.
You've seen him on TV in The Mindy Project and Happy Endings. Here's Adam Pally.
Hello. First off, I want to thank the Academy. They told me that by being here and presenting this award, that I would be nominated for an Emmy next year. And I want to say thank you for that. I'm honoring my part, and I look forward to you honoring yours. Also, I would like to tell you that even though the Academy did send me the script I'm about to read, what you all are about to see is called a cold read. Adam. I am presenting the College Television Award for Variety, and you could hardly ask for a greater variety than we have in our three nominees tonight. In Deaf Code, young deaf people communicate the frustrations and the fun they have interacting with those of us who are not hearing impaired. Infinite is a philosophical discourse of life and our impact or lack of impact on it, seen from both ends of the living spectrum. And Numb in America is a passionate plea for perspective, not prejudice, in the ongoing examination of gun violence in our country and especially in our schools. Take a look.
The nominees for Variety are Deaf Code, Chase Chambers, University of Tulsa. Infinite, Julius Damens, Lindenwood University.
I do not need to change the entire world. If I can change the world for a single person, I have made a bigger impact than I could ever have hoped for.
Numb in America. Greg Bruce, Jose Contreras, Sutton Raphael, Tevin Tavares, and Laren Zajula, University of Oregon.
In the coming days, we'll learn about the victims, young men and women who were studying and learning and working hard, their eyes set on the future, their dreams on what they could make of their lives.
I would just like to say thank God there's no award given for cold reads, because I would have won it. And the winner for variety is Chase Chambers.
I'd like to thank the Television Academy Foundation for this wonderful opportunity. I also want to thank my family and friends for being a huge support system. Thank my professor as well, Jeff Van Hanken. I appreciate him for believing in my project and pushing me to accomplish this project, so thank you.
He was one of the stars of the High School Musical phenomenon, who was recently seen in The Fosters and Castle, and is currently about to star in the Broadway run of Holiday Inn. Please welcome Corbin Bleu.
Good evening, sexy people. I say that because I find talent really sexy. You know how you can meet someone and you think they're like really hot, and then you get to know the real them and you go, yeah, not so much. Or you can meet somebody who's kind of like, yeah, and then you see what they do and you're like, oh. Yeah, there's a lot of talented people in this room tonight, so I started working in this business when I was 2 years old back in Brooklyn. And I was doing commercials, I was working as a model for Tommy Hilfiger, I was working off-Broadway at the age of 6, and I haven't stopped performing ever since. When I eventually moved to Los Angeles with my family, I started moving more into film and television, but my studies and my academics were always very emphasized at home, just as much as the arts. And in my junior year of high school, I was actually accepted into Stanford University. But that just so happened to be the same year that I booked my role in High School Musical. So I had a choice I had to make. And in this business, you have to strike when opportunities present themselves. So I never got to go to college. But in my years, I have learned that every project, every experience, whether it's on the set or it's in the classroom, it's about growth. It's about the desire to push yourself, to learn, to become better and better and better at your craft. Now, we're very lucky to be in a field where friendships form very fast. They have to be in order to get the job done. And where inspiration is fueled by the world around us. It can literally come from anywhere. The award that I'm presenting tonight is for animation. I've actually had the pleasure of playing several animated characters. One of my favorites was a character named Coltrane on the Disney animated series Phineas and Ferb. Thank you. The beauty of animation for actors is not only, of course, that we don't have to be camera ready and we can show up in our PJs, but that you can play anyone. I mean, I look like this, but in a cartoon, I can be a different race. I can be an animal. I can be a little taller. That would be nice. It is the most liberating art form in television. Whatever you want, just draw it. There's no lights. There's no camera. There's just action. All you need is a great imagination. And animated characters can also get away with and say a lot more things that you can get away with in the real world. Just look at Family Guy. All three of our nominees tonight take us to worlds that we could only ever experience through this art form. Take a look.
The nominees for animation are The Ghost Next Door, Christopher Bringhurst, Utah Valley University. On the Same Page, Carla Lutz, Ali Norman, Ringling College of Art and Design. Taking the Plunge, Thaddeus Andreades, Elizabeth Ku Herrero, Nicholas Manfredi, and Marie Raoult, School of Visual Arts.
And our first place winner of the College Television Award for Animation is Thaddeus Andreades, Elizabeth Guerrero, Nicholas Manfredi, and Marie Raoult.
Hello, how are you? Thank you so much to the Television Academy Foundation. We are so humbled to be here among such talented storytellers. We want to thank our friends, family, and the School of Visual Arts for supporting us not only in the making of this film, but in our lives as artists. A tremendous thank you to our brilliant composer, Jerome Leroy, for giving a voice to the heart of our story. Another big thanks to our sound designer, Gavin Slyman. Thank you all for supporting animation. Thank you so much. We really appreciate this. Have a great night.
He's a senior partner at professional services firm Ernst & Young, and you see him handcuffed to a briefcase every year at the Emmys. And she is a star of Mad Men, Sons of Anarchy, and Billions. Please welcome Andy Sale and Maggie Siv.
Thank you. Good evening. At EY, our purpose is to build a better working world. We're passionate about supporting education and giving young people the skills they need to succeed. Since 2005, EY has been providing the Mr. Rogers Memorial Scholarship, which recognizes students making strides in the field of children's media. Through this scholarship, we honor the memory of Fred Rogers, a man who demonstrated the importance of kindness, compassion, and the use of television as a tool for learning. It was Fred Rogers who said that the space between the television set and the person who's watching is very holy ground.
Fred Rogers was, of course, the creator and host of the wonderful and deeply missed children's television series, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Yeah, I know. It's my favorite. It's so important to be tuned into what our kids are watching and how much they watch, and it's so critical to get it right. But you could rely on Mr. Rogers for speaking to children about their issues on their terms, about anger, divorce, even death. He was an amazing man and continues to be an inspiration.
His legacy is still felt today by many, including students who continue to be nurtured and inspired by his timeless wisdom. This scholarship is awarded to support and encourage a graduate student pursuing a career in children's media, as well as furthering the values and principles of Fred Rogers' work.
In addition to the monetary award, which is project-based, the winner is mentored by a children's programming professional during the academic year. Here is this year's winner.
The Mr. Rogers Memorial Scholarship goes to Sylvia Rusnak, Research, Georgetown University.
It is just such an honor to accept an award in memory of Mr. Rogers, someone who could convey so much love and respect for others through television, someone who reminded us to be thankful for those who encouraged us to be who we are and those who helped us be here today, all these talented people. Thank you to my mentors, Rachel Barr, Michael Goldstein, Jennifer Schwade, Jennifer Kotler, to my family for their unending support, to Donna Mitroff for welcoming me into this new family, and of course to Television Academy Foundation for believing in me to carry on our favorite neighbor's legacy. Thank you.
He's the Emmy-nominated actor, best known for Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Currently to be seen in Underground and Wet Hot American Summer, please welcome Christopher Maloney.
Hi, good evening. I was going to improv stuff, but they said we're running late, so just, pull it together. So I'm going to spend about 5 paragraphs talking about me. I first found my interest in acting while I was at the University of Colorado at Boulder. True. Graduated with a history degree, and I later moved to New York to pursue my passion. True. And that has lasted me over 30 years in this business. That's weird because I'm only 37. But this is where we're just going to get a little clunky. I put that longevity down. Long 30 years. Partly because I have always tried to straddle the divide between drama and comedy. But also, to you young people, the longevity is about showing up on time, knowing your lines, doing your work, being persistent, remaining passionate, and very important, don't be an a-hole. It catches up to you, I swear to God. I've dodged that last one. But anyway, we'll talk later after a couple cocktails. Okay, so I've done NYPD Blue, Veep, Law & Order SVU, Harold and Kumar, and I'm doing that even today, straddling. We're going to get back to straddling. Because right now, currently, I'm appearing on 2 series. Underground, anyone seen it? It's on WGN America, you should. It's about the Underground Railroad, and it's great. And also Wet Hot American Summer, first day of camp. That's on Netflix. So this is where we get to talk about me. I'm going to do it as quickly as I can. Underground takes place in 1857 when slaves in Georgia had to make a daring and dangerous 600-mile journey, risking their lives to be free. And it truly captures the desperation of slave life and some of the worst of human behavior, while also showing the courage of those that took the perilous journey north to freedom and those who helped them. Wet Hot American Summer, on the other hand, has some crazy kids and a little bit of nudity and fighting and shenanigans, and it's weird and it's offbeat, and so I did that. One thing I've learned in my career is that I've really enjoyed my work when it serves a greater purpose. Now, it can be something to me as enlightening and educational and provocative as an Underground, or it can be something as awesomely entertaining and simple as that, make people laugh or attempt to, with Wet Hot American Summer. So, you can keep on moving because I really chuffed it through. Okay, now I'm going to present the award. I am presenting Newscast. Let's take a look at the nominees.
The nominees for Newscast are Center County Report, November 20, 2015. Taylor Bisacki, Gabrielle Chappelle, and Ryan McManus. Pennsylvania State University.
31 states are opposing the president's decision to resettle 10,000 refugees, but 7 governors say they will accept refugees, including Pennsylvania's governor. This comes as a reaction to news that one of the Paris attackers entered France by posing as a refugee.
Cronkite News. T.M. Bischoff, Nicole Fox, Arizona State University.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Jackie Padilla.
And I'm Erica Lang. Thanks for joining us.
Tonight we begin with an update on the San Bernardino shooting. Here's what we know so far.
And our first place winner of the College Television Newscast is Taylor Bisacki, Gabrielle Chappelle, Ryan McManus.
Wow. Thank you so much to the Television Academy Foundation for everything in this really special event. I want to thank everyone at the College Communications at Penn State for helping us all the way, especially our mentors, Steve Krasik and Brian Schoenfeld, and the whole CCR staff. I couldn't do it without any of you. So really, thank you. It's an honor.
Please welcome Emmy-nominated actor and star of Grey's Anatomy, Jason George.
How y'all doing tonight? You look good. You look good. Remember to hire a brother when you get jobs and you run the rest of Hollywood. Just saying. We are running late, so I will not bore you with how my mother was an educator, blah, blah, blah. I discovered acting in college, blah, blah, blah. The nominees for series unscripted this year are Hold That Thought, a smartly conducted sports show that combines 3 analysts from different locations weighing in with their opinions on football, hockey, basketball, and baseball. Out in the Ville, which gives a behind-the-scenes look at every student's favorite place, a pub, which brews its own beer and which gives you a free beer if you are taller than the owner, Tall Paul. Good luck with that. And Words of Hope, one of a series of shorts which offers a guide for those who are trying to live their lives as Christians in accordance with God's rules as set out in the Bible. Take a look.
The nominees for series unscripted are Hold That Thought, Jenna Harner, Mikhail Kaminskis, Jonah Restuccio, and Amy Stiefel. Ithaca College.
Moving over to the pros now in the Eastern Conference of the NBA, it seems as if the stage is set. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then you have everyone else. But who will be that team to make a run at the top of the conference?
Out in the Ville, Tanoe Milgram, Kelvin Ramirez, University of Florida.
Out in the Ville is Gainesville's first ever reality food series, where we cover the city's best restaurants, bars, and coffee shops.
Words of Hope, Eugene Simonov, Washington Adventist University.
You see, we get to choose our news. We get to choose our focus.
We see our situations up close, and they're painful. God looks at us and sees the bigger picture, and it's beautiful.
It's all right, right? It's better than most of the unscripted series on actual television. Anyway, our first place winner of the College Television Award for a series unscripted is Jenna Harner, Mikhail Kaminskis, Jonah Restuccio, and Amy Stiefel. Congratulations. The name of the show is not actually listed in here. Your project was?
Hold that thought.
Hold That Thought, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say thanks to the Academy Foundation for having us. It's been an awesome couple days out here in Los Angeles. But we just want to send a couple thanks back to Ithaca. You know, it's probably freezing there right now. We're out here in warm Los Angeles weather, but we want to send a thank you to Ithaca College, ICTV, our deans, Dean Gajewski, and Brian Roberts, and then Chris Wheatley, who's the director of ICTV and helps put on everything for us. And then our station manager, Blaise Bookus, the director of programming, Alex McKean. Without them, none of this would have been possible. Mike Kaminskis, our sports director, who could not be here tonight. Then our cast and crew, our friends, family, and the biggest fans of ICTV or wherever you are. I just want to send a big thank you out to everyone. Thanks so much. Roll Bombers.
She's the evil queen on Once Upon a Time. Please welcome Lana Parrilla.
Hello. A little tight in this dress here. Yes, I do play the evil queen. Thank you. To be honest, it's often more fun being the villain than playing the hero. Which brings us to this year's nomination for scripted series. I'm happy to say there are more villainous characters than heroes, and here's why. Con is set in a world of drugs, deception, betrayal, and blackmail. Paper Trail looks underneath the veneer of a seemingly academic utopia to reveal a world of cheating, drugs, and lies. And Playhouse of Cards reimagines Netflix's much-lauded House of Cards, but set in a world of high school politics. Here's a look at them.
The nominees for series scripted are Con Season 1, Nada Davapanar, Jen Enfield Kane, Noah Suarez Sykes, and Amy Suto. University of Southern California.
Are you threatening me?
No. But we made a deal. You help me, and I help you.
Fine.
Paper Trail Season 2, Amanda Domoraki, Andrew Fewsmith, and Wesley Palmer, Boston University.
As I'm sure you're all aware, there has been a sudden grade spike in many of our classes. I know several of you suspect that students have been cheating, and I think that's justified.
Playhouse of Cards, Anthony Abachi, Chapman University.
Hey, President Underwood.
Vice President. This here's my sister Violet and her boyfriend Adam.
Wait, I thought the election was today.
It was. I didn't win.
What?
The first place College Television Award for Scripted Series goes to Anthony Abachi.
This is ludicrous, and of course they picked the one clip where I was in it. I'd first like to thank the Television Academy Foundation and Jessica Davis, as well as congrats to all the other nominees. I can't wait to work with every single one of you. I want to thank our writer-director, Nita Kramer. You were so clever. You're the Amal to my George. Whatever alchemy brought us together, I hope it continues. Our wonderful crew, our DP, Tequila DeHastro, our editor, Jared Asher Harris, Lane Lyle, Ashley Cron. There's so many people who worked on the set. Thank you so much. Our wonderful cast, Christina, who's here, Reed Miller, Joan Huang, so many people. Thank you to families for working with me when I had no idea what I was doing. Thank you to Chapman, Madeline Warren, and all my mentors. Yeah, congrats to all the other Chapman nominees. Thank you to my family. My grandparents let me sleep at your guys' place this last summer. Guys, this happened. Thank you to all my Indiegogo supporters. Oh, also thank you to my sister who's at home. I want to thank all my school friends and shout out to my homies back home. And thank you to the man upstairs. Thank you so much.
He was nominated for an Emmy for supporting actor in the Emmy Award-winning television movie The Normal Heart and stars in American Horror Story. Please welcome Matt Bomer.
Hello, hello. Thank you for that very kind introduction, but I think Joel Silver will kill me if I don't also mention that I'm currently in a movie called The Nice Guys that opened last Friday. Did you guys see it? Thank you. Go support the movies about people in capes and all that stuff, but also Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe are really great and an original movie released from a studio this year, so please go support it. Shameless plug done, thank you. This is my third year presenting the Bricker Humanitarian Award. They've actually let me come back 3 times. And one of the reasons I come back is to see the enthusiasm in all of your faces and to see the talent and level of work on display from all of you. Some of the pieces I see here every year are on par with or better than a lot of the stuff I see on my screens at home every year. So if you got yourself here tonight, give yourself a round of applause. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose here tonight, it's not about that. Just being here tonight bodes very well for your future. I'm gonna sound real old when I say this, but when I graduated, I couldn't make a movie on my iPhone, okay? I'm not even sure if I could text, okay? I'm gonna be real with you right now. I probably didn't have the latest model though. You probably could text when I graduated, but my phone couldn't. So the opportunity for you to be a self-starter and a self-generator and to create your own destiny in this business has never been better, and I hope you all take advantage of that. The other thing I wanted to say is the other reason I come here every year is because I, like everyone else in this room, believe in the power of storytelling. Not just to entertain people, but to affect change and to raise awareness to humanitarian issues domestically and around the world. And that's what this award is all about. One of the rewards, there are so many reasons, let's scroll that back. See, I started out on my iPhone, I was trying to be young and cool like y'all, now I'm gonna get that. There are many humanitarian concerns in the world today, and they all need our voices. And one of the rewards of being a public figure or creating stories that people respond to is it allows you to turn the spotlight from yourself onto those who really need help, which hopefully inspires others to get involved. Look at what Matt Damon has done with Water.org or what Bono has achieved with Product Red. Now, I know that's setting the bar a little high, but a brother can dream, right? You can volunteer and do something as an individual. You don't have to be a celebrity. And if you're creative, as all of you are, you can also help through your work. I was thrilled to be a part of The Normal Heart, not only because it was a play that changed my life as a young man, but because it helped to keep the spotlight on HIV/AIDS. This disease continues to be a major global public health issue, having claimed more than 34 million lives so far. And there's still about 37 million people living with HIV around the world. And that's just one issue. Now, for a long time, The Normal Heart was going to be made as a film, which was great. It was going to be a feature film. But I was incredibly happy when it landed at HBO, not only because I knew we'd be working with some of the smartest and best executives in the business, but because I knew it would provide our movie with a broader outreach. So there's no better medium than TV for reaching millions of people at once. And if you have something important you want to say, there's likely no better way to draw attention to it than in a TV show, TV movie, miniseries, whatever y'all come up with is going to be next. Comedies like Blackish and Fresh Off the Boat have brilliantly brought attention to some of the issues of being black or Asian in America. Billions questions the morality of Wall Street. Transparent put the transgender issue in people's living rooms. And all these shows start conversations that lead to change. The College Television Awards recognizes those of you who are already doing this while still at school through the Bricker Humanitarian Award. This has been generously funded for almost 2 decades by the Seymour Bricker family in honor of Mr. Bricker's commitment to philanthropy. It is presented to a winner in any category tonight whose work best highlights a humanitarian concern. Let's find out who the award goes to this year.
The Bricker Humanitarian Award goes to Straw Dolls, John Milano, Christopher Norton, Chapman University.
6, 7. Wait, one is missing. Where is the little girl? They're all there. Shut up, Ulan! Where did she go? She didn't just disappear.
I don't know what's left to say. I mean, 101 years have passed, and genocide is still not in the ears of the American people, but we're going to make it happen. And hopefully this film, this idea, will make it happen. Chris, I mean...
And it's not just genocide, it's all issues. I was fortunate enough that my mom as a principal showed it to her students, and all of a sudden her students are doing projects on genocide and other issues. So whatever it is, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want to do to help other people, that's what we did. Like, we just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah.
And it so happened that we were able to collaborate with a great team who came up with a good film, I guess.
Wow. I have nothing to say. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
He's a director and 2-time Emmy-nominated choreographer and producer, Adam Shankman.
Two-time Emmy nominated is such optimistic code for two-time Emmy loser. I've always appreciated that. This is so fun to be in a room with all these people who want to take my work away from me. It's so exciting, and the really fun part is I don't have my glasses on, so we all look like a big Rorschach test. And I won't be able to really identify you as it's happening, so this is great. So this is the last award, and then dinner is served. Let's have a hand for that. But it's a big award, and it honors outstanding achievement in directing. So no two directors are alike. Some want to film the script exactly that's on the page, and others just want to throw that crap out and improvise. I'm a little of both. No one can blame you for anything then when you're in the room. You're like, look, I got the script, I got the thing. It's like, you're golden. Some directors get what they need in 1 or 2 takes, while others are known for demanding take after useless take and always giving the excuse that they were super excited what kind of exciting thing was going to happen on take 187. Actors love that. Some directors raise their voice a lot, and some hardly talk to their actors at all, which is smart, I found, since mostly what actors do is kind of mess up the shot composition and block the production design. That's just my experience. But me, my mom's a shrink and my dad's a lawyer, so I analyze and I negotiate. I like to keep everybody a little off their game. I'm kind of terrifying and passive. I'm equal parts adorable and vicious. boring and sexy and really weird. Sometimes I just yell at people really, really hard, and then I give them a big hug. I don't know if it's effective, but it confuses the hell out of everybody, and it makes going to work really fun.
The directing award goes to Frontman, Matthew Gentile, American Film Institute.
You sold out over 50 shows. Do you know how many disappointed fans that is? Jody, I'm just worried they're not gonna forgive you.
Who's they?
I think the winner just won, and I am super excited for him. Matthew, please come to the stage. Is Matthew here? Matthew Gentile. Come to the stage. And I guarantee you, you will never forget the way you just won that award.
Thank you. Thank you. That was memorable. In all seriousness, wow, what an incredible honor. Thank you to the Television Academy Foundation for recognizing our film. So many people worked on this movie. I have to thank my amazing crew, my cast, my producer Alex Du, who's here with me with her family today, my instructors, and the faculty at AFI. There's so many of them who helped me. You all know who you are. And my mentor, Steve Binder. What I wanted to say with this film was that the people who you love and the people who love you make you who you are. I'm very lucky, extremely lucky, that those people are here with me tonight. My girlfriend, Bianca, I love you. My wonderful Cheryl, my sister Miriam, my brother Scott, and of course, Mom and Dad. They all got on a plane from New York like that to be here with me tonight. None of this would have been possible without you. Everything I do is for you. I love you. Thank you.
I just pulled an Adele Dazeem. That's Matthew Gentile, ladies and gentlemen. So this has been an amazing night of extraordinary work. Congratulations to all the winners and all of the nominees. Can we please have another round of applause? We will be looking forward to more of your work in the future. So good night, everybody.